Hello and welcome to Morning Call for Friday, the 16th of August, 2019. I'm Feb from Hamburg. I'm here to bring you all the tech news you need to know about today. Good morning, everybody. Moin moin, Aski. How are you doing? Nice to see somebody in the chat. Yeah, we got a little bit of tech news here. Just cruising out at the end of the week. Friday is upon us, so not much long to go to the hallowed weekend. So let's do this. Let's get into this. So how's the trade war going for the U.S.? You might be asking. Talking about Cisco yesterday, that they announced they were having probably coming up to worse results there soon, and it's now been. It's Friday, so I'm fine, Sadaski. That's great. Cool. So it's now been announced that they'll be laying off 500 programmers in California. Yeah. 397 jobs at corporate headquarters in San Jose, and 91 at a satellite office in Milpitas. Well, actually, they did this at the end of July, permanent layoffs. So as the register asked, Cisco Access 100 shares tumble amid China cutoff, but we're winning the trade war, right? So much winning. Yeah, that's working well. Another thing that's working well, Bluetooth is broken again. Researchers have announced, and yes, people in the UK will laugh about this, the knob attack. Bluetooth been knobbed again. So basically, if you're in range of a Bluetooth device, which, okay, that's always the hard part, you can basically bring two clients to Bluetooth devices. When they get paired, they exchange information, and then basically negotiate a crypto protocol and keys, and the key negotiation of Bluetooth or knob is vulnerable. So basically what you can do is, when there's two Bluetooth devices, as far as I can understand, they've already been paired, you basically get into radio distance of that, and then you can insert yourself in that process and force them to renegotiate. And now the important part, force them to renegotiate using a very weak key. And so the as Forbes says in their reporting about this, the attack is standard compliant because all Bluetooth BR EDR versions, I think that is the regular Bluetooth, thing everybody uses, mode of operation, because all Bluetooth BR EDR versions require to support encryption keys with entropy between 1 and 16 bytes, 1 and 16 bytes, and do not secure the key negotiation protocol, which, to be honest, sounds horrible. So you can change that and then use a key with entropy of 1 byte, which is, I think, very easy. That's what one byte is. How many bits? 256? No, 8 bits. Oh, that's 8 bits. Yes, of course. You know me and math. I don't. Okay, but I think you have 256 different options, right? So basically, anyway, it's very easy to break. It's it's so easy to break. A security researcher I was following on Twitter this morning asked if that could if that could even be considered a brute force attack. It's more like a gentle force attack. Yeah. So Bluetooth is broken. There are updates. From as far as I can tell, everybody. They had a list here somewhere. Where was that? Notice issued 20 years old standard. Yes, of course, that's always a problem. So there have been disclosures by Intel, Broadcom, Apple, and Qualcomm. And I did notice that my iPhone, my phone's telling me that there's a iOS update that's going to be installed tonight, 12.4. So let's look at that. That Apple never tells you what's in these fucking updates, but they say it makes everything better. For more information on security content, go to blah. I guess this is part of it. Blup, 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 blup. iCloud, iOS. Well, as usual, Apple is really giving out a wealth of information here. Bluetooth, yes. So, yep, that's CVE 219.9506. So that's that update. So install your iOS updates and whatever. You know, don't want to get your Bluetooth knobbed. Love that name. That's brilliant. I read this morning. I read a very interesting column on Golem by Sebastian Grüner. He was talking about Huawei's Harmony OS and how it's all basically hot air. Because after saying, "Oh, we're gonna do our own microkernel and it's all gonna be amazing," and getting a lot of press, Huawei then basically came out and says, "Well, it's gonna be the Linux kernel for now," because unsurprisingly, as I kind of suspected, they hadn't written their own microkernel from scratch, because that is hard to do and takes a long time. And they're also saying it's going to be compatible to Android. So that just looks like an Android clone, doesn't it? And so basically, I want Android without the Google, without Google, but they have to do that anyway because you can't use those things in China. You know, the Google services. So basically, the thing they're doing is they have a new compiler for Java, and maybe later on their own kernel. But you know, maybe we don't know. Yeah, so it looks like most of that was hot air, to be expected in a trade war. I was also pleasantly surprised this morning that a former colleague of mine, Ronald Eichenberg, we used to work from the same office quite a long time. Always used to get annoyed about my cherry blue switches. Hello, Ronald, if you're watching this. Hello. He is on the register with the CT story, CT exclusive. He basically figured out that Kaspersky, in checking websites, is injecting JavaScript into those websites, but in a way that isn't, as far as I can tell, like it doesn't only happen on the client. So it's done in a way that the website administrator, so the guy who runs the server, can actually see it. and there's unique identifiers in there, so they can actually track you. You know, if there's a bit of ad network or somebody who has lots of websites all over the place, or has their code embedded in lots of other websites, then they can basically track you with this. And Kaspersky says, yes, we're sorry, we're changing that. We'll be removing the unique identifiers. Also noted that the register does themselves proud. They can actually spell Ronald's name correctly, which he's been in the press before, and I don't know, people keep misspelling his name, which is something I have sympathy for. Happens to me quite a lot as well. That's pretty much it for today. Just one quick last gaming story. I've seen that Anthem lead producer Ben Irving is leaving BioWare. So he joined BioWare in 2011 and became lead producer on Star Wars: The Old Republic, and then joining the Anthem team in 2017. So he believes Anthem has a bright future, he tweeted. Well, he has to do that, doesn't he? I'll be forever grateful to all the people who gave me a chance to work on great products. And Irvin's departure from BioWare, says Eurogamer, follows the long-awaited release of Anthem's much-trumpeted Cataclysm event, comes just shy of 6 months after the game's troubled launch. So he probably had a contract that said he had to be on for until that DLC or whatever that is was out. And he's now gonna go to another games company, which he hasn't revealed. So I'm guessing Star Citizen. It seems like where all these people tend to turn up when they kind of fucked up in their previous job. I'm not saying he fucked up. I'm not sure this is his fault, but obviously Anthem had a horrible production history. I mean, we talked about on the show earlier. There were some stories written about that, and some revelations of how like that basically all got fucked over several times, and was a huge disaster. So I do, maybe it wasn't his fault, but if you're if you're lead producer and then the shit show like that happens, it's I mean, it's attached to your name, right? I mean, even if it's not your fault and it's all external circumstances, I mean, you are the one responsible for this in the public eye, and I know how that feels. I mean, not that I've been a producer on a major video game, but it's kind of like the same. So in publishing, often at the end of the day, there's somebody's name attached to the story, and even if other people worked on it, and I had situations where like my name was connected to things that were unfortunate, said that maybe weren't my fault, and it's just something you have to live with, because that's how it goes. And then you're the one people shouting at you, and your email address obviously is the one linked after another story, and you get all the emails like, this is all wrong, what the fuck did you do? And then you're like, yeah, I'm trying to fix it. It's like, I can't because it's actually somebody else. Anyway, I know how that feels. So I do have some sympathy on that regard. Hope his next project's going to be better than ever Anthem is. And before we go, I would like to launch you into the weekend with a GIF I just found this morning, which is certainly the best GIF I've seen all week, maybe all month. You maybe have seen the fish tube. They're launching fish in, like, they have these salmons that need to cross like rapids or whatever, and then they build a dam, and now to get the salmons upstream, they have like this tube, and they launch the salmon. If you haven't seen that, look it up. Look up fish tube on Twitter or whatever, you'll find it. But somebody made this GIF, which is an amazing GIF, so I'm just gonna launch you into the weekend with this. It's right along my alley. It's hilarious. So if you're listening to the podcast, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna describe the GIF. It just doesn't work. Just go to YouTube and watch this. Watch this on YouTube. sixgun.tv will get you right there. Or obviously you can go to sixgun.org/MC. I always embed the YouTube link on the show notes. Obviously I'm doing this show on Twitch live, and every morning, and after that I upload. In case you haven't been listening long or watching long, after that I always upload it to YouTube. And then I make a podcast as well. So it's available everywhere. Anyway, that's it for me for this week. Next week, I'm planning to give you almost a full week of shows. I think I will take off Tuesday, because Tuesday is my birthday. There will have to be a short stream on Tuesday anyway, because I've got a present here. It's just over there, from the people on the Discord. And I promised them to live stream while I'll open it. So in case it's a bomb and I die, at least there will be some permanent record of that, and I'll be in the news as a German streamer dies during birthday live stream. So that'll be that, but I'll be back next Monday with some more tech news. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Friday. Definitely enjoy your weekend, and think of me, drink a beer in my honor, or whatever your poison of choice is. See you next week. Goodbye.